What is up, you guys? It is, of course, me, the one and only Mr. DC Cats, and welcome back to today's video, where it is episode 5 of Let's Talk Movies. So let's talk movies. Are you excited, Ashley?
Yeah.
Ashley's like, are you ready for me to have not a lot of opinions? I don't know. I think you will. So our movie list for this month begins with Companion. Companion came to streaming. It's a movie we wanted to see. Missed it in the theaters. What did you think of Companion?
It was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, me too. It was awesome. That's all I'll say about it. Don't want to spoil it if you don't know what it's about at all. But it's a very good movie. It's got Jack Quaid in it. And that's all you need to know. Jack Quaid is, in fact, Babe.
Yeah.
Next thing we watched, it was a couple days after that, and we watched Blair Witch 2. I think it's subtitled Book of Shadows, right? I think that's Blair Witch 2. What did you think of the Blair Witch 2, Ashley?
Well, first, I'm not going to say it was a good movie, because it wasn't. But
Wow.
I will say it was entertaining. It didn't scare me at all, but it was entertaining. So,
I fucking love Blair Witch 2. Like, I want to buy it, and it sucks because you can pretty much only get it on DVD. One of my favorite movies I've watched.
God.
It's so good. It is bad. It's a horrible piece of shit movie, just for the record. Like, it's not a good movie. It's a super, super fun early 2000s movie.
Okay, yeah.
If you go in knowing, yes, it's an early 2000s schlock fest of just derpiness, yeah, it's awesome. Now, another movie that's similar to that, but it's not good, was Fair.com. Holy shit, did Fear.com suck eggs? Wow. Man, I'd say, I don't know. It's between that and the US version of Pulse so far, of like the worst movie I've seen. Man, Fear.com might take it. That might be the worst movie I've seen. That might be worse than Pulse, and that might be worse than Jurassic Park 2. What do you think?
Well, I think I'm getting confused with Pulse.
It's super similar.
I don't really remember. Was there anybody memorable in it?
It's the one where it started off on the subway and the guy like got hit, and it had like the ghost girl, which the ghost girl was like a fucking like JPEG file just like raving on the screen.
Right.
It was really bad.
There were parts that I thought were interesting, but yeah, and then it would lose my attention. I'd almost fall asleep. So yeah, not good.
After that, we watched Wolfman 2025. What are your thoughts on Wolfman? Another iteration of the Universal Monsters classic.
Overall, I don't think it was too bad. But again, it kind of lost my interest at some points, and I'm like, okay, this is going on a little long.
The thing that I hate about it is it had everything set up for failure. Nobody thought it was going to be a good movie. After watching it, it was a great movie. The problem is, before we get to the problem, the scenery was good, the sets were good, the acting was surprisingly good. The problem is, and it's a big one, is the lead character fucking sucks. You do not care about her or her problems. She is one of the most insufferable bitches I've seen in a long time in movies. And obviously it's not her, like it's not the actress's fault. It's not like she was acting bad. The problem is she was acting good, and it's how they wrote the character. And they just wrote the character so bad, and all the side characters are also written so bad that you just don't care. That's what I think of that. but it is good. It's way better than I thought it was gonna be. But that doesn't mean it's like amazing or anything. It just means it's better than a Blumhouse Wolfman reboot. um, the next movie we saw after that was a Minecraft movie. You know, we're not gonna really talk about it. We don't need. I mean, we're Minecraft experts, but all I need to sum it up is, yes, it was in fact peak cinema.
Yeah, I unironically say it's a great movie. I loved it.
Yeah, the thing is about the Minecraft movie is for some reason everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be ass." And then, like, and that was the thing for the longest time. Like, from the time it was announced, I'm like, awesome. Then we got the first trailer. And I was like, yep, this looks fucking awesome. Because I knew that this is how it was going to be. I knew, yeah, it's going to quote unquote suck. It's not going to be an amazing movie. It's going to be a kid's movie. I knew what to expect. And yeah, it was fucking awesome. It was fun. So take that, Minecraft haters. It was pretty sweet. Definitely 5 lava chickens out of 5.
And I can say there are no parts in there where I'm like, okay, that sucked. I don't think there was anything like that for me. I really liked the whole movie.
Probably because we're not old people. Poor Red Letter Media. Why did they choose that to be a movie for them to go to the cinema for? That's such a random choice of random movie for them to see. They're fucking old dudes. Why? Especially Mike. Like, I know what he likes because I watched enough of their content. Mike does not like stuff like that. Why did he think it would be a good idea to go see a kid's movie about a game? So random. After that, we took a little bit of a break, and then we got back into movies. And we started the Final Destination quintrilogy. We watched Final Destination 1 through 5. I'm not going to talk about it too much because when the new one comes out, I'm going to make a video of all 6 of them. But to sum it up, number 1, it was okay. And for context, I've never watched them before. Sometimes we rewatch things occasionally when I talk about them, but I've never watched any of these. I watched one when it was a new movie, but I was so young I couldn't tell you anything from it. So to sum it up, 1, good movie, good solo standalone fun little movie. Number 2, awesome. Hands down out, I'll say this ahead of time, hands down the best one. Number 2 is peak. Number 3 sucks. Number 4 sucks eggs. Number 5 sucks eggs on toast. Number 5 did, the thing is, number 4 tried too hard to be in like a late 2000s, early 2010s, like OMG, so hardcore, oh, so naughty kind of movie. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, they used a lot of slurs and stuff
Like
in
edgy.
it. Yeah, like, basically, but like, it's like trying to be edgy, but it's like too afraid to be. And number 5 did a lot of recovering from, I assume, poor box office of number 4, but number 5 also just didn't hit the mark. In my opinion, it kind of sucked. In my opinion, even 1 wasn't that great overall. Like, if I'm comparing all 5 of them, definitely goes to number 2. Number 2 is a solid movie. It just works the best. It's the least amount of time of you fucking around with them trying to figure out what's going on. It's more just like you get to the meat and the potatoes immediately, and then it's a fun movie. You're just following around a band of characters. Now, what do you have to say about any of the Final Destinations?
Well, I think differently of them.
Oh, I know.
My favorite's number 5, and then number 2, 3, 1, and then 4. 4 sucks. And it just does. I don't need a reason.
How could you like number 5 more than number 1?
I love number 5.
Ugh.
I like the characters. I like the way they die. And then, I like the ending.
And then Well, you know what? It's fine because I will say, I bet you would rather watch number 4 on repeat every day for the rest of your life than watch this next movie. What the fuck? We watched Don't Look Away. It's a movie on Amazon. Holy shit. Did this movie fucking suck? Um, I could say that yeah, this is the worst movie I've seen this year. This is the worst movie I've seen this month. Maybe this is the worst movie I've seen ever. And all of those are true statements. But you can't, when it comes to one of these kinds of movies, like low budget student film, you can't count those in with the big boys, okay? Like comparing that sucking to like a movie like Moonfall sucking, it's not the same. Because Moonfall cost enough money that you could buy a whole entire fucking half of a city. Um, I don't know the budget for Don't Look Away, but I'm assuming it was like $25. Uh, Look, very clearly this is like a student project or something. I'm sorry if this ever gets around to you guys. Stick to your fucking day job. This thing sucked ass. First of all, two of the main characters, I don't know how, I did not know you could be this bad at reading lines. Like literally right now, me talking about this, how bad this piece of shit was, I have more emotion than two of the main characters who think they're gonna die soon. It's so bad. And then we'll get to it in a second because I watched The Shining for the first time ever, in full. I've seen bits and pieces. I know all about it, and I watched the TV one, so don't worry. I like know things about The Shining. Don't Look Away ripped off The Shining a whole bunch of random things, like they were trying to make like the boyfriend go crazy, like Jack in The Shining, and it's just like
It was random, I
it
felt.
was. It came
Like,
out of
what the?
nowhere. It literally came out of nowhere, yeah, and went nowhere. It's just like in the middle of the movie, all of a sudden the boyfriend's crazy. Like he just like Jack, he's like, I had the worst dream ever, and then it's like you find like his thing he's working on, and it's just talking about the mannequin over and over again. It's like it's so fucking bad, bro. What do you think of Don't Look Away? Were you hoping that you could in fact look away and make it stop sooner?
Well, first of all, at first I thought you forgot to put this on the list because I keep thinking it was called the mannequin for some reason. Um, yeah, I the boyfriend was good looking, but I mean that's about the only good thing I can say about it.
You know, I think there's one person in the movie that probably gave it their all. And it's unfortunate because they didn't make it further than like 10 seconds in, and that's that sandwich that the trucker was eating. I mean, honestly, I would give that sandwich an award. It looked pretty good. Yeah, the next thing we did a double feature. We watched The Shining and Doctor Sleep. We've seen Doctor Sleep, arguably out of context. Um, and we watched The Shining. Um, yeah, a lot of people say The Shining is a classic movie and all that. I noticed something super random. So, like people will like die on the hill that Stanley Kubrick is a perfectionist and there is nothing in his movies by accident or wrong. But I'm almost certain I saw a filming error in the movie. We'd have to go back and watch it. I didn't realize it was an error. And to be fair, maybe it's an error in Doctor Sleep and not The Shining, because I don't remember if you went back to it and you saw it for a scene in The Shining or not, but you definitely did in Doctor Sleep. So to be fair, maybe it's on the part of Doctor Sleep. I've seen Doctor Sleep now twice, and I've seen The Shining now once. So don't come at me if I miss saw it in which movie. But in The Shining, when it pulls out, Jack took out both the panels in the bathroom doorway. Like once he's all done fucking around with it, and then when Ewan McGregor goes back as an adult, there's only the one panel missing on the bathroom door.
I noticed that too. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, but I'm like, yeah, I don't think that was the same.
And I'm almost certain there was another scene in The Shining 2 where you also saw that door and the panel was back. I don't remember though. Don't quote me on that. But
Maybe the ghosts were slowly fixing it over the
yeah.
years.
So what did you think of The Shining?
I definitely kind of understood it more than when I was little, because Well, first of all, the main character is just an a-hole from the beginning. Don't let anybody gaslight you and say he wasn't.
Yeah, I can definitely see. I always knew that was a criticism of the difference of the versions because you feel like Jack is already there. Like he doesn't really need any slipping. Um, like people like to talk about the prequel trilogy, Star Wars, how it feels like Anakin, the snap comes out of nowhere. Which that's debatable, but definitely like for something like The Shining, it really comes out of nowhere. You could make an argument because he's already so far gone that you don't see a decomposition of his character. Like I imagine, I've never read the book, but like I imagine doing the book and like happens in the TV show where it starts out as a nice guy and they're slowly building to that. But because he's written already as such an unlikable prick in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, it literally is just a snap at the fingers when he flips like that. It literally comes out of nowhere because he's already there. There is no devolving. And so, because there is no devolving and he's already there, it makes it a more jarring snap. Um, but with that being said, it was a good movie, definitely. Yeah, I remember I tried to watch it before when I was younger, and I just couldn't. I couldn't handle long movies when I was younger. Now I love them. I watched something for like 10 hours straight, but it's a pretty good movie. I would recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Of course, Jack Nicholson is he's good at playing crazy people, and he's good at playing a-holes.
Yeah. Is he? I don't think I've seen him in many things.
Well, that's why we gotta go see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
He's a bad guy in Spider-Man, right? Or is that someone else I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Batman, yeah.
Of course, Jack Nicholson was in Batman.
Yeah, he was the Joker.
Yeah.
I know that.
So there was a correlation.
That was the first Tim Burton one, right?
I think so. We need to watch those.
I've never seen those. Fun fact. We own them, though. We own them. Don't come at me. I own a lot of movies. I just don't watch a lot of movies that are... I didn't like superhero movies growing up. I genuinely didn't get into superhero movies until the MCU.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. made me get into them.
Same.
Like, that's literally the whole reason I even watched the first Avengers, because, like, I didn't like Captain America or Thor, because I'm like, this fucking stupid. I like grounded, realistic stuff. That's why I liked the Dark Knight trilogy, because it was like that. That's what drew me into it. And then, same with Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man movies. And then I got sucked in, and now I want to suck off Thor. Anyway, so yeah, great movie, recommended. Doctor Sleep, great movie, recommended. If you had to choose, which one do you think is the better movie, Doctor Sleep or The Shining?
Oh my god. I feel like The Shining is a little more creepier. If I want to watch something creepy, I'd watch that. If I want something a little more thrilling, I'd watch Doctor Sleep.
That's true. Whenever it like goes to like Rose's people, what's the like the long knot, I think they're called, something knot. I don't remember, but that's fucking creepy. Like the opening introduction to her, where they're just like appearing in the woods. That's pretty spooky. I do have Obi-Wan Kenobi bias, but that aside, yeah, The Shining is a better movie. Yeah, I just think it is. It's creepier. And I bet you it's really shocking when Dick dies if you don't know that's going to happen. I definitely knew that was going to happen. That's one of the scenes that I think does he always get hit with an axe? Surely, right?
I don't know.
Bro, it's been so long since I even saw the TV series one. But that's like one of the few scenes I knew is him getting killed with the axe. That, the Grady twins, and obviously Jack with the axe limping around. Oh, and the Here's Johnny, obviously, because that's like a pop culture thing. But yeah, The Shining is definitely a better one. After that, we watched Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Last time I watched that was at least bare minimum like 10, 12 years ago. Pretty good movie. Better than I remember. What's your thoughts?
It's a funny movie. It's good for passing time and being entertained. There were a few times when I'm like, why is this a movie? Like, what am I watching?
Like when?
Most of the time. I'm like, what's the purpose of this movie?
When he's eating the French fries, dipping them in the ketchup off the giant turd. Yeah, I love it. It's a good family movie. Yeah, if you want to put something on for the kids. I love the home is where you make it part. Yep, nice. I don't even know when it came out. Maybe the late 90s? I had it on VHS tape.
I hate it because I looked it up and I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It's got 90s vibes to it. It's a good comedy. The last two movies we watched are Dreamcatcher and Wayne's World. What a double feature. Dreamcatcher first. You're a newbie here, so what is your opinion on Dreamcatcher? Stephen King's Dreamcatcher.
Well, it was interesting. It was gross.
Was it gross?
Oh yeah, little weird looking aliens that made me very uncomfortable to look at when they opened their mouths. My guy died. I was gonna say way too soon, but I think he made it to like the middle of the movie, so he was an a-hole. I was able to guess what was gonna happen pretty early.
What, that it was aliens?
Well, that guy was an alien.
Oh. I see, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the biggest problematic part. I don't know if that's what happens in the book or not. I don't remember. I think you found out what happens in the book. But yes, in the movie, it's very, very, and I'm not just saying it because it takes place partially in Derry. It's very it. Even before when I used to watch this movie, 'cause this is one of the Stephen King movies I watched a lot as a kid. It feels very it. And I mean that because it focuses on this small group of kids. It goes back and forth between their adulthood and their childhood. And basically, they're a bunch of fucking losers that then take in someone else who was being bullied. So, like, that sounds like it, basically. And Pennywise is in fact an alien. Fight me, people who don't like that, but that's the fucking truth. He's literally an intergalactic shapeshifter. What is up with Derry and having aliens?
I don't know.
I wonder if that was a choice. I don't know. I know Stephen King placed a lot of things in Maine, but like specifically in Derry feels like a choice. I like Dreamcatcher. It's fun and goofy. And my biggest problem is there is a mentally challenged character in it, Duddits, who saves the day. Unfortunately, wouldn't you know it, the mentally challenged character, he's mentally challenged because he's a fucking alien, which is so stupid, even just saying that aloud. But it's a good movie. I'd recommend it. If you've never seen it, I would definitely recommend picking it up. It's pretty cheap. You could usually get it it's in quite a few different Stephen King box sets. Probably because it's like a B movie, so they could just throw it in there. Morgan Freeman's in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. He plays kind of a dickhead.
Yeah, I don't really understand his role in it, but whatever.
Yep, and then the final movie of the month, Wayne's World. Boy, talk about a stupid movie. So, when I say stupid movie, I don't mean like, oh, that movie was stupid. No, I mean stupid. Watching Wayne's World felt like watching IRL Family Guy. That's the best way to describe it. It's like watching Scary Movie. Like any of the Scary Movies. Like Scary Movie is fucking dumb. And that's not an insult. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie. But if you're not looking for something like that, like throw it on in the background, chuckle at occasional jokes, and like mess around on your phone or eat some snacks. If you're not expecting that, you're probably gonna have a bad time, honestly. And maybe this hit differently in 1992, I think it was when it came out. But I mean, it is what it is. There was a couple funny moments. Good soundtrack. Fun vibes. I feel like the biggest thing to me is I feel like it's just a blueprint for what's to come for Mike Myers' career. And that's probably its biggest hang up is it just feels like bare bones of what it could be. I'd recommend it though if you haven't seen it. I got it at Walmart for $3.74 for like the physical DVD. So like I'm not mad at spending $4 for it. It's worth $4. That's about my opinion on Wayne's World. What's yours?
Well, I thought it was pretty funny, except I do feel like there were some like pop culture references that I probably didn't understand.
Well, yeah, you're old. You're not ancient.
I understood a lot of them, but there was a couple times that like the characters were laughing and stuff, and I didn't understand what the heck was going on. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for episode 5. Let's talk movies. April 2025. We've already started our May watch list. I debated about including them in here, but I'm like, no, we'll save them. That includes House of Wax, the remake, not the original. Maybe we'll watch the original this month. Who's to say? You'll hear my thoughts on that in the next episode. What else did we watch? I put something else on the list. I don't remember. We watched something else. Must be bad if I don't remember it.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, it must be something bad. So whatever movie is after House of Wax, we think is horrible. No matter what we say in the next episode, it's a horrible movie. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you watched. Well, actually, you're listening. Thanks for listening. Bye, friends.